Hey lovelies, welcome to another edition on Immigrate with Ammy. Thank you so much for joining. If you're seeing my beautiful face for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Ammy. I talk about relocation and studying abroad. If this is the kind of content you like to watch, hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification so you always get to know whenever I post a new video. Don't forget to give my video a massive thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to others. Please share my videos with your friends and your loved ones and keep watching.
Hello guys, you're welcome to Immigrate with Ammy. Some days ago, we actually shared a video where we gave you guys some latest updates regarding moving to Canada, especially via the route of a visitor's visa. And we actually shared also, the fact that the government of Canada have extended the policy which allows visitors to actually apply for a job, get a job, and then convert their visitor's visa to a temporary worker's permit while in Canada. And the fact that you don't actually need to leave Canada before you change, the status from a visitor to a temporary resident. And we've been receiving a lot of feedback regarding this. Of course, it's a good news, and there are quite a number of people who want to take advantage of this particular policy, right? And they've been asking, okay, how can we apply for the tourist visa? What are the requirements? What should I do? How can I go about it? So this video is actually focused on answering all those questions. And today we actually want to show you guys exactly from the Canada immigration website how you can apply for the visitor's visa. Okay, so the first thing that you need to know is that the application is done entirely online. You don't need to, send paper document anywhere. You can do it right from the comfort of your home or from your office, as long as you have an internet connection and you have a device with which you can, visit the website and make your application. Okay, so we'll talk about, we'll share some general information about the visitor's visa, the validity and stuff like that. We'll talk about, who can apply, how to apply, the steps to apply, and I'll also share with you guys a checklist of the general supporting document that you need to provide when you want to apply for the visitor's visa. Okay, so this website, as you can see, this is the Canada immigration website. Okay, where you can find information about, all types of visa or any other thing related with immigration: study visa, visitors visa, provincial nomination programs, and stuff like that. Okay, so this is the visitor visas page. Okay, there are different information right there under this subheading. For example, about the document, steps to apply, who can apply, supporting documents, and then the actual application, and then what you should do after you apply. First, the application fee for this visa is 100 Canadian dollars. Okay, it's $100. All right, just for you to know, you can pay online, using your credit or debit card. The processing time, okay, it depends on where you're applying from. You can click on this link here to actually get an estimated processing time. Okay, also you might be required to give your biometrics before your visa will be approved. All right, so there are standard processes that the Canada immigration follows. Okay, and they have different locations worldwide where you can give your biometrics. Once you give the biometrics record is valid for 10 years. So if you need to travel again to Canada or to do any other form of immigration, that biometric you have given is valid for 10 years. Generally, if you are coming into Canada with a visitor's visa, you can stay for up to 6 months. Now, it depends. Sometimes you might actually be able to stay more than 6 months, right? It depends on the border agency that attends to you at the port of entry. So it's possible for them to actually approve the fact that you can stay for more than 6 months, or they can actually tell you that you can't stay, up to 6 months. But generally, If you're on a tourist or visitor's visa, you can stay for up to 6 months in Canada. So what is the general process to apply for the Canadian visit visa? So the first one is that you have to get the documents required which shows that you meet the criteria for a visitor's visa. I will show you guys the general document checklist. Okay, so I will show you the document, one by one that you would need to likely prepare if you want to apply for the visa. Okay, in terms of the supporting document that you should provide, okay, now the document that will be requested of you actually depends on several reasons. Mostly they want to find out what exactly are you planning to do, or why do you want to visit Canada. So people can visit for several reasons. For example, if you have a direct family in Canada, so maybe you have a spouse, you have children, or you have grandchildren, or you have relatives in Canada, that's a purpose. Some people might want to just visit as a tourist. Maybe they're on holidays and then they just want to spend some time and travel around Canada. People can also travel for business purposes or for conferences. So there are different reasons why people apply for this visitor's visa. Okay, so for you to actually find out which particular document you need to provide, you will also need to answer a series of questions based on the purpose of your travel. You understand? So it will take some moment for you, usually few minutes, for you to complete the questionnaire, and then in the end you would be able to see the exact document that you need to provide. So it's basically a drop down. For example, you want to visit as a tourist, you click on that option. Okay, and then after you have clicked on that option, you go below and then you can see, for example, a list of some document that you would need. So basically, once you choose this option, right, you can see more information about the document that you would likely need, that you need to present before you can apply or complete your application and pay for it. Now, I've been able to generate this document checklist, okay, if for people who are going to visit somebody in Canada, typically a friend. Okay, now if your situation is different, you would need to follow the instruction in the application page, and then they will give you your own checklist which is suitable for the purpose of your travel. Okay, so we can take a look at this checklist. Okay, so first they want me to provide my travel history. So they want to know, at least typically within the past 10 years, which countries have I visited. So I can provide proof of this by my visa stamps. Okay, of course, when you travel into a country, you receive a stamp at the entry and the exit. So you should make scanned copies of this travel history and attach it here as well. Okay, if you have traveled for studies, you can also show proof of your studentship, or if you travel for work, you can show proof of your work and stuff. So as much information as you can gather. So this is actually the page where you'll be able to attach the document. So there will be a link around here. Of course, this is a paper version that I downloaded, but on the real application page, there will be option for you to actually upload the document. So the document must already be on your device, okay? And then from here, you can attach it directly. So the next thing is you need to provide your traveling passport. So the data page, okay, of your travel passport. The next thing is that since I indicated I was going to visit my friend who will be hosting me would need to also provide an invitation letter. And I think this invitation letter is also valid for people who are going on, conferences, or who are going on, businesses. So you would need to provide an invitation letter. So my friend in this case would need to write a letter stating that I will be coming to visit, him or her, give the address where I'll be staying, how long I would stay, and stuff like that. And the fact that, okay, he will be, responsible, for example, for my accommodation, for my transport, for my feeding, that kind of thing. Okay. The next document is proof of means of financial support. Of course, this is important for all visa categories. They want to see that you are able to support yourself and to fund your travel. So basically, you would need to provide your bank statement. And I think for Canada immigration, they want to see 6 months transaction history. Okay, so you can attach your bank statement there. if you'll be using, maybe if somebody is responsible for your travel, right, and you can also use maybe the person's bank statement and a support letter from the person. Also, they want you to attach your digital photo, which is just like a passport photograph, right? Then the next thing is they want you to attach a document which proves the purpose of your travel. Okay, so if I'm going to travel, if I'm, for example, traveling for holidays and will be staying with my friend, I can actually explain to them that I'm working, where I live in Portugal. I can show them the proof of my employment. I can also show them, copies of my residence permit here in Portugal. And then they can see that, okay, this person is working, this person is on holidays, right? My employer can also give me a letter to show that I work in the company, for how long I've been working, and the fact that I'm entitled to annual vacations. Also, since I'm going to visit someone, they want to see proof of my relationship with that person. So whatever document, whatever proofs I can, present to them to show that I have a relationship with that person, you would also gather that in a single file and attach it. Okay. Finally, they want to know about my family. So, for example, I'm married and I have children. Even though I'm planning to travel alone, Canada immigration want to have an information about my family composition. So it's a specific form, which it's actually a link. So don't forget, this is just a paper, but on the application page, this is a link and you can download this form. So it's a form to fill out, your family composition, your spouse if you are married, and then your children as well, and then your address and stuff like that. Okay, basically they want to know your family composition, even though they are not traveling with you, or maybe they are traveling with you, depending on the case. Okay, now these are the required document. Now they also have what they call optional document, meaning that they are not compulsory, but I think they are also important. Okay, so this is number one. They call it Schedule 1, application for a temporary resident visa made outside Canada. So it's also a link. You can click on the link to download the form and fill it. Okay, now this last one, okay, they call it client information. Basically, Canada immigration gives opportunity for you to give additional document or a letter, or to give additional information which they didn't ask for, that can support your application. So generally, I tell people that, look, even though you have provided all the documents they listed above, it's always good for you to also write a support letter. Okay, so for example, draft a letter to explain your situation, just to put it in words, so that any immigration officer that reads it has an understanding of your motivation for embarking on this particular trip. And below you can see that the prices I'm applying a loan for a visit visa, it's for one person, right? And then the total price is 100 Canadian dollars. Okay, so basically, guys, this is the general information about Canadian visitors visa. So once you have all those documents available, then you can actually apply online right on this website, the Canada immigration website. You would actually start by creating a username and a password. You log in and then you can start your application, right? Once you have completed the application, then you would be able to actually upload your document on the application page, right? And after uploading your document successfully, then you would pay the associated fees. Okay, don't forget that I said in the beginning that it only costs $100 for you to apply for the Canadian visitors visa. Okay, so after you have successfully applied and paid for the application, they will send you an update, okay, regarding if and when you should go and give your biometrics. You can also check out more information about how they process your application, what they will do if it's incomplete, and then if, what you should do after that. Basically, the application goes into processing without any effort needed from you once you have provided all that they ask you to provide, and then they would let you know when the decision has been taken. Usually when your visa is approved, they will ask you to send your passport to the closest consulate or visa application center so that they can actually place the visa stamp on that, and then you can travel to Canada. Okay, all right. All this information is pulled directly from the Canada immigration website. You can see the website here. It's canada.ca. On this website, you can find out all information you need. Okay, and the application is done entirely online. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. You can drop your comment in the comment section if you want to engage with Immigrate with Ammy, just to speak with her further about your plans, and then what how she maybe can support you. Of course, you can reach out to her as well. If you've not subscribed, of course, please subscribe so that you can also have access to all the other information that we share on this page. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Wish you all the best. Have a lovely day.